Yo guys, what's going on? This is our first stream with the new GPU, so I'm hoping, praying that we get a good connection and we have some of our problems remedied. It's higher than the recommended bit rate. Oh no, that seems okay for now. Welcome back. Today we have some green across the board, and the question everyone is asking is, why is crypto pumping? Why is Bitcoin pumping? I'm here to tell you. Great to have everybody back. As always, smash the likes, smash the subscribes. The more you guys hype up this, meaning typing in the chat, liking during the live stream, subscribing, the more YouTube shows this stream to new eyes, and that helps us grow. It really does make a difference. It's not placebo. I appreciate you. Deeply appreciate everyone who's been doing that every day. It helps. We're going to jump into the charts here. I want to pull this up. I got like a little itinerary of things I wanted to look at today. We've got, of course, the question, why is it pumping? The Ethereum merge coming up. I'm going to do just a quick segment about it. We've got to take a look at the reasons it's pumping. There's some other stuff going on. Terra Luna, not my favorite thing, but making some crazy moves. Now, not Terra Luna Classic. The new Terra Luna 2.0. We've got Raven, Atom, RPL, and a few others that are making some serious moves at the moment. Today is Friday, so I hope everyone's having had a great week. I hope you guys have some plans for the weekend. I don't think I have any, actually. Weird. I like to stay home. I'm more of a hermit. But so let's jump into it. Bitcoin, kind of out of nowhere, pushing to highs. Now, this isn't higher highs. We're not out of the woods. This isn't bull market, crazy euphoria mode yet. But, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. On the daily, we have a little pop on this green candle. I think we're up about 10%. Ooh, over 10%. Above 10%. That's not too bad. We have a pretty clear resistance, 21.5. 21.5 would be a great target to break today. The reason being, that was where we consolidated earlier in August. For multiple days, we traded sideways there, and that is going to create resistance above us. So if we do push up, could happen during this live stream, could happen in the next 7 hours, likely to find some sellers there. Above that, 22.5 is our 618 retracement. Very logical point to see some sellers come in, overlapping really well with that swing low in August. But this doesn't answer why it's pumping. It's simply answering or saying it is pumping. I have a very easy explanation. Very easy explanation. 1, 2, 3 green candles. Let's turn it on over to the dollar. The dollar peaking September 7th, and we have seen it pull back. And what's really spicy is intraday today has traded below our measured move target at 108.6. It did seem to find some support there. But here you go. We're only 2-3 minutes into the stream, and you've already gotten the answer as to why is it pumping. I can tell you right here. 1, 2, 3 red candles on the Dixie. I don't like that it's this simple, but this is the way it is, at least for the moment. Now, we have some huge events coming up in the crypto space and in just the global economic space. Let's see, we have the Ethereum merge coming soon to a theater near you. We have the FOMC meeting. We have the vassal hard fork for Cardano. I believe the EU may have already given their rate hike. You guys might have to check me there, or it's coming up. Unrelated, but definitely adding some uncertainty into the markets. Rest in peace to the Queen, passing away at the age of 96. Unlikely to be a direct factor in the markets, but it does absolutely create some uncertainty. Whether it's succession or simply, is the royal family, we're in the U.S., most of us. A lot of you guys actually are viewers out there in the U.K. I'd love to hear your opinions on that. Let's keep it very civil. I don't want to hear any negativity towards someone who recently passed. But there we are. 1, 2, 3 red. Bitcoin, 1, 2, 3 green. It's silly stupid. If we look at stocks, S&P 500, 1, 2, 3 green on the daily. 3 hours till the week wraps up for traditional markets, and it's undeniable, this correlation right now. One thing I'm digging, and I'd like to point out, is Bitcoin, huge green candle today in comparison to kind of the modest hike, the modest trudge that we're seeing the S&P 500 do. Let's see, only up 4% in the last 3 days. We could see a little more upside into the end of today. Bitcoin, as we said, 10% today, and off the low from September, we're looking at a 15% gain. So while everything is seemingly correlated right now, Bitcoin does seem to be maybe soaking up some of that juice a little better. I'll take it. I'll take it. Why is the dollar going down is a question. And we may be, we have multiple answers here. We could say the market is already priced in. You could say the market is already priced in. Oh no, my timestamps. Oh well. I have a little timestamp button, it broke. That sucks because that was super useful. Rest in peace. Market may have already priced in some hawkishness on the Fed. I think that's reasonable. The dollar has been going parabolic for months. Maybe it's just taking a breather. You know, we have seen some of these pullbacks, and I'll shout out to Coffee and Crypto. Was on there earlier, to TA Tim. Probably not here, but shout out to him earlier. He said something that did stick with me, is we do have a low here, and for me, it's off kind of our implied support, but it's not a lower low. So the dollar is still very much trending up as long as 107.5 doesn't break. If 107.5 breaks, 107.6, we have a lower low, and then maybe the dollar's fallen out of its parabola. Time will tell, but 6 hours of trading left. We're going to have to wait until Monday for answers likely. But why is it going down? So they could have priced this in. We could see maybe the euro has answers after reclaiming parity. What's up, Nevin? Filipovic, welcome. Great to have you taking the scribe genity for the stream. Box Fort Angel as well. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you're out there and you haven't yet, smash those likes and subscribes. It's appreciated. Make sure you jump in the Discord. Also, really quick, shout out to our sponsors, Bybit and Market Cipher. Links in the video description below and in the chat. If you're trading, they're great tools. I've been using them for years. Highly recommend them. They're sponsors of our channel. I appreciate them. This would be my explanation for why the dollar is seeing a little weakness. Is we have seen the euro drop below parity after an exhaustive fall. Down 24-25% maybe this year? No, over the last year plus. Okay, over the last 600 days, so not in the last year. I'm losing track of time, this bear market, man. Lost parity, traded under $1, and we were speculating we may see the Dixie trade up as high as 121. I'm still on board with that until we break a new low, or until we see a lower low under 107.6. We're looking for the euro to continue to show weakness. Potentially, if the dollar hits 121, euro down to 85 cents. That would be pretty crazy. But the euro's reclaiming parity here. It traded briefly below in the last few days and has set, at least for now, a slightly higher high versus the end of August. So that may be pushing downward pressure, as the euro is more than 50%, I believe, of the weighted basket that is the Dixie or dollar strength. There's one more factor today before we get into two charts. Bitcoin dominance. Pulling a heck of sneaky, man. Since June 22, we have seen Bitcoin dominance pretty much just fall. Now, today, I didn't see this until I was on Coffee and Crypto. We have a pretty solid dominance candle here, up almost 4% on the day. Very unusual to what we've been seeing. However, if we maybe kind of cut the chart, look at it this way, we may have seen something like this before. As we fell, we may have seen these solid green candles only to get sold off into. And let's, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion whether I want that to go up or not. Historically, meaning in the one example we have, Bitcoin dominance dropping has been bullish, or signs of cycle peaks coming. It doesn't really seem to be where we're at, or where we're at. I see Miss Teen Crypto in the chat. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. Feel free to put your link in the chat. You guys should follow her. Great chick. Great friend, lover. Hope she's having a great day. I'm glad you're here. What's up, Tommy V? F to the moon. Mo1, Alexi Cruz. How you guys doing? I don't really have a preference here. I guess I'd like to see it continue fall, because that suggests that there is higher risk appetite in the market, and that's usually bullish. However, our falling wedge pattern does seem to be in play. Followed it pretty closely. It hit 39.1. That was 2022, 2021's low, slightly broke it, and now we're seeing it bounce. This isn't so interesting to me until it either takes a dump and we see it go down, and we'll get to that in a second, or rallies and breaks past, 2021's high or 2022's high. If we see it above 49% or below, significantly 39, that'll be a spicy indicator to the market. Personally, even with this green candle, this just looks like sideways movement. Time will tell. The spicier yet, if we see a break to the downside suggesting increased risk appetite in the crypto markets, which would be great, we have one more value below us, and that's 35.4, and that is the all-time low of Bitcoin dominance. Now, someone brought up stablecoins being or influencing this calculation, and they are absolutely correct. I have to give them points for that, but what I have to kind of subtract points for is stablecoins logically should put extra pressure on the BTCD or Bitcoin dominance because they are a large part of the crypto total market cap that's pretty static. They've been pretty static. We've seen kind of just steady increases. And when I say that, of course, I'm referring to USDT, USDC, and let's throw in BUSD, which is definitely going to have a mix up here. If you guys have heard about Binance talking recently that they are going to be, how do I put this? When you deposit stablecoins that aren't BUSD, they're going to automatically be converted to BUSD. Don't quote me. Go do the research yourself, obviously. This isn't really anything to be scared of. It's actually a really smart play, in my opinion, for Binance because they are able to kind of sidestep some regulation, and they really will just add liquidity to their pairs. A big problem in the crypto space with stablecoins has been, well, USDT might have liquidity on a pair, but USDC might not, or BUSD might not. With all these different, what are essentially just Bitcoin dollar pairs, you can get some really bad price action, some really illiquid price action, and it honestly might be a smart move. Binance has been impressing me over the last year. I wouldn't be surprised to see other exchanges follow suit. And yes, you will, according to them, be able to withdraw back into whatever stablecoin that you deposited in. So if you put in USDT, it turns into BUSD. But then when you take it out, you can take it out in USDT at a 1-to-1. That's the promise, at least. So what that would suggest in the subtraction of points is, since there's this extra pressure that didn't really exist in the last cycle, it did, but not to the same degree, it implies that 35.4 or 2018's low should break, but it hasn't. So there's something interesting going on here. Someone also kind of toxically said, like, because Bitcoin sucks, blah, 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 and like all these other coins are taking up the space. Bitcoin dominance disagrees with you, bro. Is what it is. Chart's chart. I do expect it to break this low. It hasn't. I've been expecting it for over a year. It hasn't. It might not. But if Bitcoin dominance doesn't set a new low, the argument for altcoins kind of taking up space or share of the market more so than the previous cycle is out the window. Very easy metric. And honestly, if we want a true calculation of that, we would have to subtract stablecoins, in my opinion, to make it a true calculation. But I digress. Let's continue. Yesterday, or the day before, whenever we streamed last, 2-3 days ago, we had optical art. I put out a little short earlier today highlighting this short video. We were both looking at the same long trade. Played out really well. But I guess, like many trades do, our take profits were too conservative. We were looking to go long potentially with a stop under 18.6. Back here, July 22nd's low for a bounce play. And it seems like we're getting a little bit more than a bounce. Bounce play here probably would have been something like this, where we just back test the previous consolidation. Bitcoin had different plans as the dollar fell. It has been rallying, and those longs looked good. We said, price has been falling and falling and falling. I know it's tempting to short, but you want to, typically you want to long when price is low and short when price is high, not short on the way down, long on the way up, chasing the market. That's my opinion. None of this is financial advice. I'm just telling you how I see it. So that trade, another successful live stream trade. You can check out that short then. We'll do Bitcoin. Bitcoin just chilling for right now. I think I have a very tight very tight alert set, right? Zoom it in. Yes, I do. While Bitcoin is chilling, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest to see 21.5 hit during this live stream. Not necessarily guaranteed. We'll look at the low time frames here in just a little bit. I wanted to quickly talk about the upcoming Ethereum merge. Last time I looked at Ethereum, it wasn't looking so good. However, it has shown a little extra strength. It bullish engulfed, I think, on the last time we streamed on the daily, and we've seen it retest and or break August 25th's high, looking solid. So I've said this on the stream before, but I'm going to say it again because I want to make a short out of it. So hopefully I say it more elegantly this time. The Ethereum merge is coming soon. The exact time we aren't going to have because Ethereum or the Ethereum merge isn't going based on a clock. It's going on a block height. So how long it takes to achieve that block height is a little variable, but we can say with a very strong confidence it's within a time range. I believe it's 16th. I don't know. It doesn't matter because it's not related to what I'm going to say. Right now, it hasn't happened yet. You're going to be getting emails from exchanges, and these emails may kind of sound scary. Freezing withdrawals, things like that. Make sure you read them before you freak out. What's going on is in preparation for the merge, many exchanges, and this is a smart idea, not a stupid idea like many exchanges seem to do lately. This is a smart idea, is to freeze withdrawals and deposits because we don't know how the merge is going to play out. When the merge happens, we have seen not this exact scenario as no coin, to my knowledge, especially not at this scale, has ever attempted what Ethereum is attempting here. We have no history exactly, but we have similar events that have happened. In the previous bull run, 2017, Bitcoin experienced what I'll call the hash wars. Essentially, Bitcoin it started with SegWit, but then ended with a bunch of other crap, block size, essentially forked into many different forms. So a fork is when a chain splits. Both of the chains are still valid technically, though only one keeps the name, and that's how we have Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. And what's going to happen here on the merge, in my speculation, is kind of multiple things. Miners are going to continue mining the proof of work chain. We don't know to what degree. It could be to a significant degree where the resulting extra coin has value. Could be. Could be. We don't know. We don't know who the winner is going to be. The proof of stake or the merged coin obviously is going to be the favored one, but it's very likely that not only do we have two coins as a result, we may end up with multiple coins as a result. I'm talking, you may end up with dozens of coins as a result. They certainly won't all hold value. Probably one, two at most will. Here's my game plan. Or no, I won't get to the game plan yet. The warning is if you aren't doing something with your Ethereum on an exchange right now before the merge, I highly, highly recommend that you withdraw to a private wallet for the reason that I kind of rambled about. But due to these new coins being created, these new chains being created, if your Ethereum is on, say, Coinbase's wallet and all these coins appear magically, they're distributed to all wallets, you don't have access to them. You'll have access to them when Coinbase decides if and when you should. That's not good. That's not a good way to do it. You don't want to be at their whim. Yes, exchanges have come a long way since 2018. They're likely to be able to deploy these assets faster, get them to you faster. But historically, and in the hash wars, sometimes we had to wait ridiculous periods of time. Some forks we never got. But some we had to wait so long that they didn't hold value. And by the time we got them, they were worthless. That is not ideal. If you withdraw your Ethereum pre-merge to your wallet, you will get 100% guaranteed every resulting forked coin chain, period. No questions asked. If they have value or not, we don't know. My plan, and I've already done this, I do have some Ethereum on exchange that's kind of looking to sell into the merge because potentially, and in the past, we've seen some strong rallies into big events like this. So I'm leaving what I have in limit sells on exchange, but I've withdrawn the rest to my private wallet so that immediately at the merge, I will have custody of all resulting coins. Very important, because I am going to look to market sell them as fast as I can, because I have seen this before, and I have seen these random coins that appear tend to have some value off the bat. It doesn't mean they actually have value. They have a price to which you can sell them off the bat, and that price just tends to bleed off. If you look at the forked Bitcoin chains, they haven't done so hot. I wouldn't doubt we're going to see something similar here with Ethereum, and that's going to be money you leave on the table potentially if you don't have custody of your Ethereum at the time of the merge. So take my caution, do as you wish, obviously whatever you're comfortable with, but that's my game plan, and I think it's the winning game plan. I don't want to wait for Coinbase or whoever to decide to give me these other coins if they appear, or if they're going to give them to me at all, which is like really the crappy part, is they don't acknowledge them. That happened with a few of the Bitcoin chains, and that could be money you're leaving on the table. So highly recommend you do the same. Choice is yours. You have plenty of time, I believe, at least a week until, at least a week. You have plenty of time. I'll put out a short video, hopefully clipped up of this, but that didn't go as smooth as I wished, so maybe not. Maybe I have to reshoot it. Let's do the Ethereum chart here and see how it's going. On the day, Ethereum, as we were saying earlier, looked stronger than Bitcoin, at least from Market Cypher. Shout out to them. Looked stronger on Market Cypher. RSI, nothing really special here going on, but I like that the on Market Cypher, money flow is positive, not true of Bitcoin. Momentum is in the positive zone, and VWAP just refuses to quit here. This, to me, is very suggestive of a rally into the merge. There are no guarantees in trading, but this is suggestive to me. Maybe I wouldn't go off this as confidently, especially because this weekly is a little janky. I wouldn't be as confident in this if we didn't have this huge event coming up. With almost any kind of bullish signs on like a daily or weekly time frame with about a week to go, and a massive crypto first coming, it's pretty reasonable to expect there's going to be some kind of front running. I don't know to what degree. Nobody does, but that's my expectation. And the charts are reflecting it. I think a test of 2,900 is really tame. It's a really tame call. It'd just be a 618 retrace from a swing high to swing low. And we already, in a previous episode, made a short there, placed a short there. Hypothetical. Please don't just copy my trades. I don't win all the time. You won't win if you just copy my trades. But I'm liking this so far. 2 days to go. We only have weekend trading left in this weekly candle. Let's see. That weekly close was perfect above 1,420. Speaking of which, smash the likes and subscribes. Let's get to 420 likes today so we can all keep our 420 license this weekend. Weekly resistance at just under 2,000. Definitely the zone I'd be looking for. If you get even a bigger breakout, 2,500 could be on the board. I can't say it enough. This is such a unique and first event in crypto that it likely will provide lots of opportunity, but also will likely wreck a bunch of people. Speaking of wreck a bunch of people, next up, we're going to take a look at Luna. This is Luna 2.0, which is very confusing because Luna ticker on Binance is Luna, is not Luna on other. So this is Kraken, and this is Luna Classic. So these are two different charts. We're going to look at them both quickly. I just closed that. Dough. Wow. Rip. Hopefully this is the one. I can't even tell. That's how confusing this is. Nope. This is literally how confusing it is TradingView has Luna listed as both of these coins. And so I can't even really figure out which chart is the right one. There we go. There we go. I'm going to get rid of all this, though. Boop. Okay. That's how confusing it is. I'm going to rename this so that I know in the future. Not Classic. It's weird. Same ticker. Little deceptive here. Little deceptive as this isn't really the price action of this coin. Luna 2, for all purposes, this is the existence. This is its existence. That's it. The rest of the price action was Luna Classic. which isn't included on the Luna Classic chart for some reason. I'm not going to get into that. So we have had a crazy pump on Luna 2 today, trading all the way up to $7.77. Pretty crazy. It was like a 200% candle at one point. I'm not sure exactly what it's at now. I'm going to have to add my bar change values. There we go. Still at a smooth 210% gain on the day. Now, that is pretty exciting because we have not seen much action in the market. And that's definitely the biggest move in the smallest amount of time we've seen in some time. However, I am going to, as always, keep it calm and anti-hype and show you that it might not be that crazy. So this is really all we have. Again, we're going to ignore the candles before this big drop because that actually isn't the same thing. They made a different coin, and for some reason they include this price history. Doesn't make sense to me. These are pretty much our values. We have a wick high when Luna 2 first came out. That was at $25. Logical resistance there. Our daily close on the first day of trading, that was untested at 887. Today got very close, hasn't quite hit 887, but that would likely be my target if I was trading this, which I am not, as there's likely trapped sellers there, or buyers there, looking to get out. Very likely. If we use our fib tool, oh man, I'll go down to a lower time frame. If we use our fib tool, here we go. Why is this not working? Maybe not. Maybe not fib tool. Maybe not. No, why doesn't that work? I'm getting confused. Anyway, if we use our fib tool, I'm going to do it this way. Using our high to our low. Boom. This is why I wouldn't get too excited. Sorry. You guys are welcome to get excited. I'm not for this reason. If we use our fib tool, we see that not only is 887 the daily resistance, the daily close on its initial trading, it's also from our swing high to our swing low, our 618. They overlap within a few pennies of each other. This would be a very logical spot for price to reject, especially after a 200% pump in 24 hours. Right now, buying this right here, in my opinion, would be crazy. It'd be absolutely crazy. Can it go up and test 887? Absolutely. Can it break 887, go to $25? It could. Absolutely it could. But if you market order in right now, you are buying after a 200% pump. That is, on this channel, we encourage intelligent trading, I'll call it. That's not intelligent trading. That is FOMO trading. That's hella FOMO trading. Looking for our swing lows, our swing low to our swing high here today, assuming that the high is in just for today. We might look for the exact same move in the other direction back to our 618, which would give us $2.80. This would at least be a patient entry. 280, it would at least be a patient entry. Not necessarily going to be a successful one, but in my opinion, way smarter than just market ordering into a huge pump. Period. Just period. I don't really have much else to say about that. This is going to be like impossible to TA outside of this because this is all the chart history we have. This is it. We have a total of 100 days. It could be worse. It could be less. We have 100 days of chart history. We haven't broken our significant resistance. The only significant resistance really that we broke was down here at 280. I think maybe more correctly 260 was the resistance, and it blew up. We'll see what happens at 887. I'm even going to set an alert because I'll admit that'll be really spicy if it does break. Just caution. Today's a caution day. This to me looks like a classic bear market pump and dump. I could be incorrect. I'm not right all the time. In fact, I'm wrong quite a bit. Quite a bit. But that's my opinion. I'm not going to touch this. I don't think any of you should, but you all are adults. You're all big boys and girls. You can make your own choices. Luna Classic actually more interesting to me. It's just a Luna day, I guess. Luna Classic a little more interesting. So, from the daily. Is it the daily? I guess not. Where did this come from? Now I'm confused. Weekly? Wait a minute. Wait a tick. I will have to get back to us as to where 004281 came from, but that's been on our chart for a long time. Weird. Doesn't line up with what I was looking for. Is it like the monthly? Oh, I'll get back to you. Get back to you. Anyway, 0042 was some kind of upside target, which I can't seem to explain right now, but I will, maybe I'll go back and even look at my previous streams and see what I was saying. But it did reject, back tested it, and intraday is wicked below. Now, closing back above could suggest a little bit more upside. Closing below, likely to break this kind of parabolic rally or this uptrend, in my opinion. Actually, so much so that I think an alert is worthy down here, around 00033. However, if you're in the camp of hopium, we did this last stream. Oh, I think I know why. I don't think this is the up-to-date chart. So I'm having problems. This is honestly, this is how confusing it is. Is like even I'm having trouble just figuring out. Here we go. There we go. That's more what we were talking about. This is our previous chart. This is the traded history if we add on that fall from hundreds. Luna Classic. This is really Luna Classic. This is Luna. I was incorrect. It did continue up. Didn't return to our support zone at the moment. So our upside targets that we looked at still in play. Using our swing high to swing low. Boom. 0.0096. So basically a hair before that decimal point moves over to 0.001 cents. That's where I'd be looking to take profit if I was in a position. I'm not. I don't plan on it. I think this is crazy. People are crazy hype. Honestly, the thing that I don't like about it is how much hype I'm seeing from bots. In crypto, anytime I've seen bots hype things, it's like always been a trap. It's gained some organic momentum too. If you believe in this, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not really sure why, but it's a huge red flag for me, just how much bot action is happening. If you're looking at it today, at least it's not at its, at least it's not up like Luna 2.0, 200% today. At least this is some kind of pullback. In fact, it looks pretty substantial. From 0.6 to 0.4, pulled back about 40%. At least you waited a little bit. At least you didn't buy it at its very highest point. If you're looking for it, though, I still would probably look for a back test of 0.0029. This is still too risky for me. If you're already in it and you're in mad profits, then you can laugh at me. Good for you. Congrats. Happy for you. Very happy for you. I would very much consider these two values. You don't have to sell your whole stack. Actually, someone reached out to me that's not a crypto person. I think it was yesterday. And basically asked me what I thought about Luna Classic. They said that they bought it, and they must have bought it at the very top of the day because they were already down. And I said, well, man, I did all the normal questions. How do you feel about this? How important, like how much or how important is the money that you put into you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much anxiety are you feeling? Went through these things. It seemed all right. And I said, well, here's what I would do, man. I can't give you financial advice, but if I was in that position, I would look to sell half of my stack. So if I had, I don't know, let's say 100,000, I'm not sure even how many is like a normal amount right now, 100,000 of these, maybe I would look to sell 50,000 of them right here, right underneath 0.001. So at 0.00096 or 94 or something. If it keeps going, you still have 50,000 of them. So you aren't bagless. You're not going to be, I don't know, angry or feeling like you missed out completely if it keeps going, right? Then I would look to sell half of what was left. So that would be 25 at 0.02. If that fills, you've sold 75,000 out of 100,000 of your coins. You still have 25,000 of them. So if this goes to infinity, like I'm sure you're imagining in your brain, because that's how our brains work. If it goes to infinity, you still have 25,000 of them, and you're okay. You won't have to, like, I don't know, be really mad at yourself forever if this happens. I don't think this is the probable move, but in that scenario, you've taken your principal back out. You no longer have any risk, and your coins effectively have a negative cost. They would be break-even-ish right here at our first take profit, and you would be, I don't know, you would doubled your principal at 0.002, and you still have a fourth of the bag left. That's the only way that I would approach this trade. Again, I'm not approaching this trade, and this isn't financial advice, but I highly recommend, if you're in this scenario, to consider something like this. Your best friend here is going to be a limit sell order, because you can simply place it and walk away. You don't have to be at the computer. If price reaches it, it will fill, and you'll have taken some profits, and you can pat yourself on the back as a champion trader. Well done. Well done. That's what we want to see. Yeah. Market saver doesn't look terrible on it. You do have bearish divergence on your highs here. You can see your RSI highs are not coming up while your price is. That doesn't mean it can't have another move to the upside, but it does suggest that you are going to likely have seller or buyer exhaustion. It's coming. Just don't know when. All right, enough of that. Let's move to Adam. Adam, making moves today as well. I like to see the green. I like to see it, man. Red's just an... Actually, I like the color red. Not gonna lie. Blue is the best. But green's a good color to see. We haven't seen enough of it lately, put it that way. We had a sweet trade that we put live streamed back in July, looking for 12 bucks. That was the target. It consolidated at $12 for, I don't even know, man, a month. And finally we've broken out. Looking good. I guess you could imply some resistance from back here in 2001. But really, in my opinion, Fibonacci tool is going to be our clutch member here. We're going to be looking for that 618 retrace. The thing I like about the 618 retrace here is it's exactly at $20. Psychological. $20, 2000. People very easily visualize it. There's very likely to be sellers at this level. If you're looking for a place to take some profit, maybe in the same style that I just talked about with Luna Classic, 20 bucks, probably a solid move. Doesn't mean you have to jump out of your whole position, but you might regret it if you don't. You might regret it if you do. I don't know. We'll see. Luna Classic, or not Luna Classic. Ew, I've said Luna too many times today. Adam, not suffering from the same ills. We looked at RSI in the daily. We have a higher high in price and a higher RSI. So this is a less exhausting climb versus what we were just looking at. We don't have bearish divergence on the daily. That's solid. That's good. Market Cipher B, Champion, showing, in my opinion, very strong move here. VWAP making a higher high after a higher low. Money flow is trending back up. Now it does need to, in my opinion, break higher than August's money flow high. It's not quite there yet, but you can see here for the last 2-3 months, Adam has not just built bullish momentum, but it's maintained it. It's maintained that bullish momentum. It's moved very slowly, probably slower than people holding it would like. Actually, I do have a little bit of Adam from a very long time ago. But people heavily invested, probably slower than they would like. And that's might be a good thing. The slower the better. I've been saying that about Bitcoin for a long time. Now, this pattern is not very pretty. It is very ascending channel-ish. However, ascending channels only favor the downside. They don't guarantee a break to the downside. And in the event that they don't, typically I look for a bump and run type scenario where you break the top of the channel, you back test it as support, and you move higher. That is the technical move I'd be looking for on Adam if I was looking for higher highs into 20 bucks, which I think is actually likely. Time-wise, who knows? It could do this. It could take another month of just the same slow zigzag to finally hit 20 bucks. But I think it's coming. Knock on wood. If you aren't in Adam, Market ordering in right now, also a bad idea. Big green candle, mean don't market order in my opinion. If you're looking for an entry, I think 1250, logical. 1250 going to be quite a discount from the 16 it's trading at. It was a significant resistance that broke to back test it as support. Very logical. Even, I wish I would have kept that channel. Even fits kind of like in that channel really well. Just threw that on. Likely where I would look to enter if I was looking for an entry. But I don't think I will be. I already have some Atom. I don't think I really need any more. It's interesting though. Atom definitely has a little bit different chart than the rest of the market. It has kind of its own vibe here. Its own thing. Well, good luck to all the Atom fans out there. Next up, Ravencoin. Ravencoin is blasting, man. Blasting. A lot of you probably have never heard of Ravencoin, and that's okay. This is kind of a 2017 coin. Now, this is Ravencoin in BTC pair. We looked at this in a recent stream, I think back here. And we said, looks like it's going to our first resistance at 207, and it did. It moved to 207. Pull back. I probably would have missed the re-entry, personally, because I would have been looking for something more like this. Bulls weren't done with it. Today's candle blasted up to our next resistance, 254. Finding resistance there, we do see a wick on the top. And this is its value against Bitcoin, so let's look at its value in dollars, as we did in the last stream. God, I hate this chart layout with the like light gray. Today, obliterating previous resistance from July. 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap, 4 taps on the daily. Today, blasting through. What's that? 4.3 cents. 4.3 cents. Trading as high as 5.5 cents. Quite an increase. That's a 40% gain today on Raven. What would I say about Raven? This is a hard one. This is a hard one. Raven is a GPU mineable coin to my knowledge. And what we're seeing, like in ETC, ERG, this is one of the alternatives that people are speculating that Ethereum miners may move to post-merge. And I'm not someone who wants to play that kind of game or that kind of risk, but that you might be. Your risk profile might be different. If that's the case, I still would recommend patience, as I do every day for everything. Patience may be waiting for 4.28 cents to come back. Actually, let's get a scoop on this measured move. Just under it's measured. Just under our 618 and our 2. If you got lucky, or if you're an awesome trader out there and you entered Raven any day but today and you're looking for take profits, this is where I logically would look, and that's 5.7 cents for your 1618 extension. And for our measured move, just under 7 cents. Those are some solid targets, considering you bought this close to 3.5 cents if you did in the last few days or weeks here. It didn't fully touch 5.7. There is still time left in the day. It may consolidate and touch it, move down, or it could just keep going up. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Market cipher looking pretty good. Not quite as nice as, say, Atom on the daily, but pretty good. I will take it. I want to look at RSI here. RSI, more akin to the Luna that we were looking at. As you can see, our highest point in RSI is right here. Price is higher. RSI is not higher. However, we can't actually call this bearish divergence yet. Why? Because we need to see some kind of reversal. We can't just yell bullish or bearish divergence or bullish divergence whenever we want. I mean, sure you can, but it's not valid, in my opinion, until you see some kind of pullback, some kind of reversion or reversal. If we get a reversal here, maybe actually that would imply 4.28 cents isn't a good entry. We'll see. We'll see. But the reason is price is still climbing. It hasn't made a new RSI high, but if price continues to climb, it may. And so this is something we can keep an eye on, but it's not something that we should just declare exists, because it does not in fact exist yet. Macro levels here. Doesn't really line up too hot on the week. What about the month? Ooh, that's spicy. So our 1618 from our Fibonacci extension tool, in the playlist pinned to the top of the chat, there is a video on this exact tool. Our 1618 is the monthly level from June and July 2021, likely to be resistance. What's doubly spicy, and I promise you I did not know this nor plan it, is our 2 measured move, also a monthly. Wow, also a monthly level. That's pretty spicy. That's very spicy. I think actually what this would suggest, because it seems to be moving on based on the monthly, is there's a lot of time left in this month. Say it moves to 7 cents this month, you could see a pullback all the way back down to that monthly support at 3.7 cents. That may be the answer. That may be the entry if it comes. That actually is pretty tasty. That's pretty tasty. Not a huge fan really of the way this looks in general because of this monthly. It really needs to break both of our targets. It really needs to move up. If it can get above 7 cents, this chart looks pretty good. If it doesn't get above 7 cents, you have a very ugly pattern, a very ugly setup. 618 doesn't line up with anything. A very ugly setup with so much support was built here. In April, it broke support, and really you can view this, if it doesn't break our first target, as just a back test of that support as a resistance, and a lot of the time that leads to significant sell-offs. So be careful with this one. I guess that's doubly a reason I'm not looking to speculate or trade this, is you have it, really this is speculation on Ethereum merge. No one knows if Ravencoin is going to absorb the hash rate or not. It could easily not be. This is a very speculative trade. So I wish you luck, actually, if you go for this. I wish you luck. There's your big numbers. So let's move on. I've never looked at this one before, and we probably won't spend too much time on it. Rocket Pool, which I don't know anything about it. If you guys in chat do, please fill me in. I don't know. I never heard of this before. The ticker is RPL, which I immediately kind of thought was Ripple, but it isn't. Is interesting though. There's not a lot of trader history, so we won't be able to make very confident predictions. But maybe I can do a little imagination, a little imaginating. Monthly close at $35 has acted as resistance virtually every month in the 6 months it has. It did come off a bullish engulf in July, and it's seen some strength and follow through then. It has not broken August high, so it's not quite spicy. I'm gonna put an alert. Not quite spicy yet, but what I like about it is this pattern, and you might have trouble seeing it. It might be described as like a V. You might have trouble seeing it. I think inverting the chart is going to help, so I'm going to invert the chart for you. But I'm going to do it on the daily because it's the most visible. In no way am I endorsing this. I don't own it. This simply had a big gain today. A lot of that has been sold off, but it had a big day yesterday too. And when I opened the chart, I noticed something spicy. Is this is a very, in my opinion, very much a head and shoulders pattern. Now, these long wicks are symptoms of illiquidity. So that alone may be enough for me as a trader not to touch this. Illiquid markets are not good markets to trade. You might be able to get in, but you might not be able to pull out. Even if price does hit whatever target you have, there might not be enough liquidity, and so you might get boned. But because we're chart nerds, I had to point this out. This is pretty clean. That's pretty damn clean. I like to invert them for you guys because I know people have trouble seeing them as inverse head and shoulders patterns. We just need one thing. I already have the alert set. We need to see the neckline. I'm going to name this the neckline. It's also the monthly level. Let's put it on top. Neckline at $35. We need to see that broken. If or when the neckline breaks, you would like to see a pullback to the neckline as support, which honestly looks pretty likely with this. Look at how clean it is. That would be the entry. If you get a break in a back test of the neckline, this is the classic entry, and you'd be looking for further upside. Where we'll just use our tool and see. Wow, look at how close I did that. Oh, this is pretty nice. Measured move at 74 bucks. I can see that. 56, 57. That looks pretty good. Again, super illiquid market. Really don't know if this is a good idea. If you want some hopium, there you go. There's your hopium numbers. Don't hold your breath for these. There you go. Maybe like at the peak of the next bull run or something. You can see 324, 771. I would ignore those higher values for now, and I would watch for this potential inverse head and shoulders to play out, and I would wait patiently for the entry. I wouldn't approach this any other way, period. But it's a cool chart, so I want to show you guys. Last one, and then I'm going to read the chat. I'm going to vibe with y'all. I picked this one literally because it was up. It does not appear. That's weird. I thought it was up for the last 24 hours. That doesn't seem possible. I guess for the week? Maybe for the week it's up. Maybe one of the bigger gainers for the week. That's odd. Maybe we won't spend much time on it. Kind of ugly. Huh. I love just cracking open a random chart and like it just seeing something totally different. This has its own story. Started trading March 2020. Not a lot of history. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just weeks and weeks and weeks of falling, dead cat bounce, and now looks like it's slowly creeping up, which can be a good sign. However, at this point, I don't really see a reason, without any history or anything. Kind of just looks like a momentum leg printing to the downside again. If 177 breaks, maybe you got something. Maybe you're onto something. But that does seem like a big ask. 177 breaks, maybe look for 332. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this one either. Strange. So many charts look exactly the same. And then you'll just find one like this. Actually, this is kind of spicy in one sense. On the daily, we did close above this weekly resistance yesterday. Now it's sold back off, but where it's sold off to is actually spicy to me. So I'm not going to take this trade. This is not financial advice. I really, really hope you aren't going to just blindly copy me because this is just for learning. I think there's some kind of trade to be made. There's some kind of trade to be made. Simply because we're back at that weekly level. A bounce from 138, definitely possible. Looking for a move to that 170. Again, this also has a bunch of wicks. This chart is very stringy, and that can be an illiquidity sign as well. So just getting in isn't enough. You might not be able to get out. But this hypothetical trade kind of looks good. Let me see. Stop loss for below the 618. Cool. I'll take it. Even though I've placed the trade here, I do think that it is likely to trade at least a little bit lower than this entry. But for the sake of education, simple play, trying to go from broken resistance to support to resistance. Easy peas. Will it happen? I don't know. Nobody knows. This is a 2.6 risk to reward, so you got to be more confident than, what, 40% maybe? If you think there's a greater than 40% chance of it hitting 177 before like 120, then that could be a good trade for you. All right, I got through everything. I'm a champion. I did it. I did it, Ma. I'm proud of me. All right, now I get to read the chat. An hour in. Wow, I did not think that was an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies. Let's see. We have 500 votes in our poll. We should have more than that. We can do better than that. Where do you guys think Bitcoin's going to top out? Do you think it's already topped out? We'll say for this weekend. So far, 21.7 is the favorite, the crowd favorite. That's pretty close to 21.5. Pretty close. That's probably what I would vote for too. If you break 21.5, 21.7 area though, I mean, you got some good numbers. You really do clear out a lot of resistance. We started the episode with this, but if he can break, I like to call it 21.5, but 21.5, 21.7, if he can break this, you do kind of just get a free pass up to maybe 22.4. Then you get the 6.18. That's when it gets scary. That's when you can get like bad rejections. Hasn't tested it yet. How you guys feeling? Clearly 30% saying 21.7, 23% saying 22.5, and same amount 23.5. It's hard to trust, isn't it? It's hard to trust any green candles, and that's what I like about it. Bottoms, macro bottoms are always going to be impossible to trust. They're going to be the least trustworthy looking things ever. If we zoom out, you can see that there's actually plenty of room above us, even just with this major descending trend. Actually, let me see if it's what it looks like a little tighter. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to keep that one, though. You can see that the major descending trend from our 69 nice K high to our low, you can come all the way up to 30K, and you're still under this trend. So 21, 22, 23, not super exciting, but I think we should celebrate because it's the weekend, and we have a big green candle. And it's been a while since we've had a big green candle. I want to say the last one was in July, 44 days ago. So crack open a beer. Treat yourself, roll one up. Wait, don't roll one up yet. We only have 230 likes. Let me refresh. That has to be an error. Has to be. There's no way. No way. We only have 227 likes, guys. We have 600 watching. We could get to 420 likes right now, this second. If you guys just picked up your finger, put it over the like button, clicked it. If we get to 420 likes, we all get to keep our 420 license. If we don't, it's not going to be a very fun weekend. It's not going to be a very fun weekend. I missed a lot of subscribers because for some reason it wasn't making... I didn't hear the notifications. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. I'm not sure if it actually announced them. But I'll shout you all out. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time because I will shout you out. That's right. We have Shaikh is Ismail. Subscribed 2 minutes ago. Welcome, friend. It's great to have you guys. Everyone subscribe today. Make sure you're in the Discord. Links in the chat. We're going to do live airdrops after the stream as we always do. You can follow me on Twitter. Sign up for our free newsletter. Drop an alpha. I should probably say on a weekly basis. These are hard names. Shoab Rafiq. 10 minutes ago. Welcome, friend. Your was you almost got me. Welcome, Yora. Now your name's Yora. Amandeep Gupta. Welcome, Amandeep. Mohammed Hamza Ginnam. Man, I'm not good at these. Nax Nation Nevin Pilovic. Oh, that's the first person. There have been a crazy low amount of new subscribers during these live streams. To me, that could be, well, it could be suggestive of maybe a little bottoming going on. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. Chat time. Chat time. Cool. Yes. Yes, let's see. John Bennett got auto-censored by YouTube and will remain that way. When XRP overtakes Bitcoin, he'll be doing some drugs off of hired... Didn't specify genders, butts. So I hope you have a great time with that, John. I think you're going to be waiting for a while, but I hope you do have a great time. How you doing, J Park? Emma Emoa. Hello, everyone. Hello, you. David Svetlik. What's up, man? M Stone. 123 more likes to go. Hype it up, M Stone. It's good to see you, brother. Raul Jory. Can we check Sushi Swap? We might be able to. We're going to take requests here. I just wanted to catch up a little bit with the chat. I've ignored you guys the whole time. I'm sorry. Stephen Arcuri just subscribed, he said. And it did. Okay. He's a man of his word. Welcome, Stephen. Good to have you, man. Thank you. Maxim Defoy. American Crypto Monster in all caps. Taonaz. Reinhard. Haasbork. The coolest name ever. This dude's name's Reinhardt. I hope that's your real life name, because that's a dope name. I played Overwatch once. Very long time ago. Slothbag. No need for license in the free states. Well, you know what, man? If you could like it anyway, I'd appreciate it. The more likes and subscribes we get while we're live, and the more people that engage with the stream, the more people YouTube shows the stream too, so it helps our community grow. That's really the importance. The number of 420, it's just a fun number. That's it. What's up, yo, Raw Cuts Alchemist? What's up, brother? J. Rome Jasper. What's up, Superman? You like my TA? Well, thank you, sir. It's all I do. It's all I do all day, every day. So hopefully it's all right. I appreciate you. Real Boss Man subbed. Thank you, sir. Hugo Moschino, SDAO, and SNX. Perhaps. Missing Crypto. Do I like pickles? Absolutely, I like pickles. I love pickles. Pickles are great. Pickles are amazing. They're salty. They're briny. They never go bad. How's Lido doing? It's a good question, Jimmy. I'm not sure. Lido was ripping. I guess I don't have a chart. I know I have a chart. That's a lie. We've looked at it before. I don't know. TJ, saw you on around blockchain. I am on there from time to time. Thank you, TJ, for jumping in here. It's good to have new faces. XTZ BTC says QT. You know what I'm gonna do because if I start doing like TA, I'm gonna not be able to read the chat. You guys know I'm only capable of doing one thing at a time. I haven't pulled this up in forever. I'm afraid of what might be there. I haven't looked at moving averages in a while because prices have been so far from them. Interesting daily moving setup on XTB BTC. Wait, no, I'm doing the opposite of what I just said I was gonna do. What I'm going to do is when someone requests a coin, I'm just going to pull up the chart for now. Because if I do TA, then I'll like completely lose track of what I'm doing. I can't pull up Lido because he didn't have one. Yeehaw. Let's see. Falcor 200. Hey, what's up, man? Alex S, good to see you, my friend. Alex S, you're everywhere. I love it. Do it to it. Eth, go to the moon. Can you be a mod? Sure. You can have a wrench. Emma D, we created the Church of Pickle. Ooh, the Church of Pickle. I will lead the Church of Pickle as long as it is a subsidiary of the Church of Bitcoin. I'm in. Pickles and barbecue. You guys are making me hungry. Paul Marek, Chilliz. Rico S, who has not been around as much lately. He's an OG of this channel. He got me to buy some Chili's at 30 cents. He rugged me. I think it's worth like, I bought like $100. It's probably worth $60 now. Oh well. Pull up SNX. I like this. This is the laziest way to ever do this. I love it. I was gonna pull it up, and that way I can just keep reading chat. SNX really took a dive there. AAVE says to the moon. I'm surprised. I always do AVVE for some reason. Does anyone else do that? It's weird. It's weird. Okay, take a look at Algorand, Quant, and HBAR or Looper. Nate, Quantum Divergence, my friend. That is a lot of requests at once. That's a lot. How you doing, Craig Bowen? But I'll pull up. And AAVE really tested $91 there. AAVE, you know what? I'm not doing any TA. It does look like it wants to break 91, at least to 103. I wouldn't even doubt if that's the 618. Close. I will check. I will pull up Algo for you. This is so lazy. Can you imagine if this was the whole channel? This is all I ever did. I haven't pulled up Algo since last year. If all I did was just pull up, people like request stuff and I just pull up a chart. And then just leave it. Don't say anything about it. Just like move on. Let's get rid of all of this noise. This was back when everything was blowing up. Blowing up. And we're just going to put that on the week. There we go. Facts. Big facts. Wait, what did David say? Something about food? Yeah, pickles I'm winning. Yes. Dill or sweet? Oh, dill. Dude, don't come at me with sweet pickles, bro. You come at me with sweet pickles, you don't even want to know what'll happen. You don't want to know. Dill all the way. Let's make some money. Ether Classic going to 50 bucks, says Steven. We'll pull up Ether Classic. I love this. This is I should just do this once a week, where I just refuse to do anything, and all I do is pull up charts that people mention. LITECOIN, says Goy Kulix. Always willing to pull up LITECOIN. Do I love Bit? Did you say BitConnect? That's a name I haven't heard in some time. BitConnect! Maybe you didn't. Oh, do I love BitTorrent? Emma Emoa, what's up? Do you mean BitTorrent like the program? Because I used to be pirating all day, every day on BitTorrent back in the day. BitTorrent, I believe, is also a token, BTT or something, which I don't have the same love for. Do I like fish sticks? Tom AV, I have to say that one slow. I do, actually, very much so, yes. Love them. QT charting in the zone. Dude, this is streaming in the zone. Streaming in the zone, just lowest effort, just pulling up charts. I didn't read chat for like an hour, so I just want to read some chat. Sushi Swap, you're right, I didn't pull that up. I think I'll just keep loading tabs until my computer explodes. We're going to put this new GPU to the test. Oh, wow. Sushi Swap faked us out bad. Dang you. Riggedy wrecked. Down 97%. Maybe you got some kind of bottoming. Maybe. I wouldn't touch this. I would not recommend it. I don't know what happened with Sushi Swap. I don't know. People were all about it. You have a little monthly support there, but you also have a little monthly resistance at 144. People were all about it, and then number went down and people weren't really all about it anymore. I don't know. Send it to 0. Picture me rolling. Buddy, I'll picture you rolling. That was it. I don't really have any other statement there. I don't know what you're sending to 0, but do it. Craig Bowen. Tom, what are your go-to altcoins? Been a while. It has been a while. I hope you're well. I am well. My go-to altcoins, man. Bitcoin, and Bitcoin. It's such a cop-out answer, but it is really how I feel. Until the market is hot again, it's just really hard to name anything. You know, it's really just hard to like recommend any altcoin. Until the market's hot. When the market gets hot again, you get a little risk on. I just don't think it's the time to get risk on, but maybe I'm wrong. M Stone pickle flavored chips. Oh, I love salt. Yo, come at me with those salt and vinegar chips. Whew, the ones that like you can like breathe fire. If you like put 2 in your mouth and like breathe out, it's like fire. Love it. My mouth is watering thinking about pickles and salt. Oh god, you guys are making me hungry. BNX Lovejeet. Lovejeet. How do I pronounce that? Lovejeet. I've seen that name. No, I'm thinking Sudeep, which is not the same name. LITECOIN looked real good before. It is looking good. It's looking better than it. It's looking better than it has. Let's say that. I don't know what BNX is. I've never seen this in my life, but it does not look. Actually, it looks better than a lot of charts. I'm not gonna lie. Deep retracement. You see, the only real issue is kind of this flatness here. You're either gonna boom, break, and look to destroy your all-time high, or you fall and you have like a massive resistance. If I was playing BNX, and I know I said I wasn't getting into the analysis, if I was playing it, I would spend a good amount of time. Considering my stop loss. And it looks like a chart. I don't know. It's weird. I would consider my stop loss. Could be a play. It's kind of cool. It doesn't really reflect the rest of the market. I like that. Like since April, it's just moved sideways. What's up, Ryan Mac 87? Hope all is going well. Hope all is going well for you, my friend. Cheers. It's Friday. By the way, quick shout out. LITECOIN Summit, Vegas. Link is in the video description as well. I'll be there, baby. 41 days. Hope to see some of you. I've never been to Vegas before. You can show me the ropes. Show me the ropes. 103 more likes. Are we really that far away? Oh, and view. See, look what happened. Look what happened. We didn't get to 420 likes and views are dropping like flies. We still have about 400 here. We still could get to 420. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Crack in my back. You know what that means. It means I'm getting tired. Fried pickles. Yeah, mess with that. Mess with that. Jimmy Cycle. 100 more likes. Thank you guys for hyping the likes. Thank you. We're past an hour, though. We're seeing a little viewer drop off. We didn't get 420 likes. I told you guys it's important. You didn't believe me. But thank you all. Every single one of you that did contribute. Appreciate you. Good to see you, Craig Ming. We looked at Algo. I can just... There you go. Oop. AMB Danielson. AMB. Why have I never heard of that? ALGO chain. First, well, thank you, Box Fort Angel, for subscribing earlier. I saw that. And for the $5 super chat. ALGO chain. First VR exchange? It's an exchange with TP. I don't know what that is, man, but I'm glad that you're hyped. I'm glad you're hyped. 100%. Dude, I'm so hungry now, Nate. You guys have doomed this stream because you've made me very hungry thinking about fried pickles. Digibyte. Digibyte is of the old magics, of the old ways. Ho ho! I have not looked at this in a long time. Wow. You see me using the fib tool all day, every day, man. Look at that perfect freaking fib tool. Following the TA. Boom, boom. Looks like it's holding support for now. It's hard to get jazzed about anything. Everything's so unjazzy lately. Good to see that target support held. Cool. Near. Yeah, you got resistance above you like 2 cents with the DGBs. I looked at near once. OP coin. No overpowered coins are allowed. I think I was skeptical of near last time. Looks like the lows held. Nothing too remarkable. Maybe 750. Get over your hump. Get over that hump and you start looking little head and shoulders-y. Inverse head and shoulders-y. What's a good XRP wallet, Falcor? That's a good question. I mean, my go-to wallet, if it's just like a hot wallet, it's not for long storage, is just Atomic Wallet. It's free, sports many coins. Yeah, just it's simple and easy, but not a cold. It's like a long-term solution. Don't go to Vegas. I have no water. I'll bring my own, baby. It's been raining here for like a week. Jackie of the Carolinas is engaging. You are engaging, Jackie. It's good to see you. Jordan Cameron is back from vacation. Lucky duck. I want to go on vacation. Is he streaming now? Is that why we saw some viewers drop? Bob Saget macro. S&P. Maybe not right now. Steve's in the Big Short. We were talking about it. Him and I were talking about it. The big shorts. I'm still in our short. Still in short. Short hasn't changed. You missed it. Ooh, all these charts have just been pulling up. I haven't really been doing the analysis. We did like an hour of analysis. An hour plus. And I was on Coffee and Crypto earlier. It kind of beat. In that case, I see World Finances. You really like the videos, but you don't upvote them. It's alright, bro. I'm glad that you get value out of them. Glad you get value from them, man. I'd prefer that you liked them as well, but is what it is. Can't win them all. Yeah, what's up, Jenny Lee Alkaline? Chris Wood, you're poor. That's okay. I was poor. I was poor for many, many years. Now I'm less poor. Lucky's Thoughts. What's up, bro? How's your channel going? I don't know if you've put out videos or anything yet, but Lucky's Thoughts, an aspiring crypto creator. You can check him out. Bitcoin to infinite. I estimate Bitcoin to roughly infinite as well, yes. Luna Classic to the moon. It's weird because Luna Classic is red right now. Usually people only yell that when it's green. But Joshua Carrera, what's up, dude? What about Dixie? Space Ape, we went over. We discussed the Dixie at the beginning. This is more of the wind down of the show where I'm running out of steam slowly. We didn't get 420 likes, so I'm pretty much a failure. Have a great weekend, Vanessa. Great to see you, darling. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Hope you all have a great weekend. Even if we don't get 420 likes, still hope you have a great weekend. It's probably about time for all of us to start our weekend. It's 2. 1 hour 15. Probably not a bad spot. Probably not a bad spot. Oh, Lou, you're poor, so your weekend shit. That's unfortunate, brother. It's unfortunate, man, but I feel you. I grew up poor as anything. Just me and my mom. I still consider myself poor, but my friends consider myself rich. I think they're wrong. It is the weekend. I'm going to spam the buttons. Make sure you're liked and subscribed. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Sign up for the free newsletter. Keep you up to date. We're going to do a live airdrop after this stream. Yep. Bummer. But you know what? We've gotten so many 420 licenses, David, that perhaps the inspectors won't notice just this one time. It's possible. Going fishing? Hell yeah, man. I want to go fishing. I need a vacation. You're going to work at 4 and asking for a raise? Let's all send our energy to go ETH to the moon. I hope you get that raise, brother. I hope you do. Thoughts on Luna Classic and Burn. We talked about the charts of Luna and Luna Classic. Honestly, burns are a gimmick, man. Like, people think Shiba's going to go to like $1 because of burns. The only coin I know that has a native burn really was a experiment coin. It was called Bomb. Never went anywhere. They just aren't the solution. The solution is to not have that much supply to start with, instead of modifying the supply at the end. Crypto Chemo, I missed your super chat. I'm sorry, dude. Crap, I did. Happy afternoon to you, Mr. Chemo Crypto. Hope you're having an amazing day. Check out the DM. I will do so after this live stream. Only place you can DM me. Discord. So you should be in there. Are you selling the ETH news? I am planning. I have sell order set, baby. We'll see. We'll see. We did Adam. And Manur. Jason Caitlin, get that money, baby. I gamble. I love you all. I love you all. I'm not mad at you, Bob Saget. Saying your name quickly is concerning to me. What are we at for likes? 370s. 370s. It's alright, guys. I'm not mad at you. I love you, baby. I love all of you for being here. I hope you all have an awesome weekend. Jump in the Discord. Check out the links in the video description below, especially our sponsors. Sign up for Bybit using my link. Sign up for Market Cypher. You'll notice we have a missing sponsor, if you've been paying attention. No harm, no foul. Contract expired. Maybe renegotiating, we'll find out. But I love you all. I hope you all have a great weekend. I'm done. I'm going to go, you know what? As head of both the Bitcoin and Pickle churches, I do decree that even in spite of not getting 420 likes, you all are blessed with a 420 license this weekend. The whole weekend. I decree it. So it is what it is. Go have a beer, roll one. That's what I'm doing. Love you guys. See you soon. Crown out.